Hey everyone, welcome to this video. Sorry it's been a few weeks since I've last put out a video. I think it's been like a month and a half now. I've honestly just been really busy with work and making belts. And I've been out of town the last few weekends, so it's been like basically impossible for me to make time to make videos or like edit videos. But hopefully I can get back on track after this. A few weeks ago, I went to Portland and Seattle, and I was planning on filming a little bit, but I ended up just like forgetting a lot to film, so I didn't really have like enough video to make a video about my trip. But this coming weekend, I'm actually going to Portland again, just to hang out for a few days. I really enjoy visiting Portland. I really love it. And hopefully this time I'll film a little bit while I'm there, because there's a lot of cool shops that I've been checking out that I think will be fun to share. But today I want to make a video about some things that I picked up recently, and then a few things that I've been wearing a lot over the spring and the summer. It gets pretty warm in Los Angeles, so it's hard to wear a lot of stuff, but I think I found some good options as far as clothing to wear when it gets a little bit warmer, while still staying like more or less stylish. So yeah, let's get right into it. So I'm first going to start off with like recent pickups, and then I'll get into some of my spring and summer favorites. I don't have too many pickups right now. Basically one pair of shoes, a few t-shirts, and then like a few long sleeve button downs. But my first pickup that I want to share, I want to start off with this dead stock pair of Converse. These are made in the USA Converse. These actually came with a box, which is pretty insane. And these even have the tag on them still, which is nuts. So these are basically unworn, just were sitting in a box somewhere for a long time. And I've been basically looking for this exact same pair of Converse on the Converse website, and I was thinking about buying them. And then I was scrolling through a vintage store's website, and I'll put the link to the store up on the screen. And the store is called Sea Blues. I think it's out of Virginia. I could be completely wrong about that though. But I think they'd had these on their website for a pretty long time, and I ended up just swooping them out because they're my size and the color that I wanted. And it's really cool that they're dead stock with the tag and everything still. I think these came about a week and a half ago. I've yet to wear them, but I gotta start wearing them soon. You can see on the back here, the little Made in the USA tag. But yeah, there's a lot of hype right now for Made in the USA Converse. It's cool to be able to pick up a pair in my size and a color I wanted, and with the tags and box and everything still. They're basically in perfect condition. The only thing is that on the left shoe, there's like a little bit of a, I don't know, dirt stain or something, but really no big deal to me. But yeah, overall super clean, just really cool pair of vintage Converse. And then next up, I want to go over a few pairs of shirts I picked up recently. Two of these I picked up in Seattle, and then the other two I picked up at the Santa Monica flea market here in Los Angeles. So I'm going to start with the ones that I picked up in Seattle. This is just a really sweet vintage rat pink t-shirt. I got this at Barn Owl Vintage in Seattle. Honestly, one of the nicest vintage stores I've been to. It's huge. There's a ton of clothing, ton of stuff to look through. You can spend a bunch of time just looking through everything. But yeah, I have a few vintage rat pink t-shirts now, so I've kind of come up with like a collection of them. And I saw this cool graphic. This was my size, tried it on, it fit me well, so I ended up picking it up. Just cool to me because this is like a Moon Eyes kind of collab, so you also have the Moon Eyes text there on the front and the back. And then I also got this from Barn Owl Vintage. This one's just a really mellow Union Pacific shirt with the two trains on the front. I just really like the graphic, really simple, it's cool. I think this one was like $20, and I think the wrapping tee was like $70. I think for the most part, the prices at Barn Owl aren't like outrageous, and they just have a lot of cool stuff in there to look at. All right, next up are two tees that I got at the Santa Monica flea market, and I'm pretty sure this person got them from an estate sale. I got these two shirts for $10, but what basically drew me to them were the colors and then the graphics. So this is like a green pocket tee with like some sun fading going out the front, and then the back just has this really cool graphic, just like an old school look. It's like a guy in a dump truck or something here. And this one like fits me really nicely, so I'm really hyped on this one. And then the other shirt that I got from him is another like work shirt, and it's kind of like cream white color. And I basically got this one for the graphic on the back. Just a really insane old school cool graphic. They got this like worker on the back of a truck getting pulled by horses with a chainsaw, cut down some trees or something. I don't know, I just thought the graphic was really cool. And then another recent pickup is a pickup off of eBay. This is like an old, I assume early 2000s Nike ACG long sleeve button down, and it's in like this really light nylon kind of material. Kind of feels like a reusable shopping bag material, but it's in this like nice black brown plaid look. And I actually have three of these, so I have three of them in different colors, and I really love wearing these. I wear these all the time. They're just so like thin and airy and kind of covers your arms and stuff from the sun. I really recommend these big time, or just like any long sleeve button down in this nylon material. It's really nice for the summer. I think I picked this up for like $20 on eBay. I feel like they range from like $20 to $40 there, and you should be able to find a few. You just have to search up like vintage Nike ACG long sleeve button down or something. And then this is another random pickup, but I got this at the Columbia employee store in Portland. But I didn't realize, but Mountain Hardware is part of Columbia. I guess Columbia is like the parent brand. And this is basically just like a long sleeve t-shirt and like a stretchy material with this nice kind of cool tie-dye look on it. I've been wearing this a ton since I got it. It's just really comfortable, easy to wear when it's hot. This one just has a really cool look. I'm really happy with this. And as far as some of my spring summer favorites, I have a few pairs of pants and then some shoes that I've been wearing a lot. The two pairs of pants are both jeans from Brain Dead. I've been wearing these a ton over the last few weeks because they're both quite light and thin. They don't get too hot, and they're both kind of like a straight loose fit, so they're pretty flowy, and they're really just easy to wear during these hotter months. So the first pair is kind of like this dark indigo color. I can't remember what model this is exactly. I must have got these like a year and a half ago. I've worn these a ton on like a really loose, light pair of jeans like this. You're not really gonna get a ton of like creasing and fading. I've only washed these like a handful of times and I've worn them a bunch. But I think these are like a 15 or 16 ounce pair, but I've worn this so much they've just like kind of thinned out and feel super light. I really like how these fit me, and I like just the subtle details of like the pockets, the stitching here, and then the side pockets as well. And this is the other pair of Brain Dead denim that I'm wearing a ton over the last few weeks. These are like a light wash, stone wash kind of pair. I picked these up maybe 5-6 months ago now. I just found it really difficult to find like a nice light wash, straight fitting pair of selvage denim, and that's why I ended up picking these up from Brain Dead. On the darker pair of denim, I actually went with a 32 waist, and on these I went with a 34 waist. I kind of just wanted a little bit of a baggier look with these and a little bit more length on the inseam. So if you have a store nearby you, I'd definitely recommend trying them on just to get an idea of what size might fit you the best. But yeah, I just really like the look of these. The wash is really nice, very easy to wear, don't get too hot during the hotter days. And then as far as outerwear that I've been wearing a lot during these warmer months, I've really been loving this Freno cloth Modesto jacket. I think this is like a 12 ounce fabric. It's very light and flowy, so it's definitely an easier jacket to wear, you know, summer evenings or something like that when you need like a little bit of a lighter layer on top. Definitely going to be taking this with me to Portland this weekend. I posted a video about this jacket specifically, but it's basically like a chore coat kind of vibe with a ton of different pockets, just a really cool look. And these are the other kind of Nike ACG long sleeves that I've been wearing a lot. Comes in like a nice kind of light mint green color and then this really cool orange color. So I basically collected all the colors that they released many years ago, but I love these shirts. I really think they're worth it. Worn them a bunch, really nice and light and flowy, but also have like this cool plaid look. And then the last thing that I wanted to share that I've been wearing a lot over the last few weeks are these Visvim boots. These are the Visvim to Soda folk boots, I think. Could be totally wrong in the name, to be honest, but I've had these for like 4 years now. I really love these. I'm wearing these like year round, honestly, but I went through like a period of a few weeks where I didn't wear them, and now I'm back wearing them a lot. They just have such a cool look. They're really high, which I kind of like, but I feel like they go with everything. You know, I could wear them with shorts, pants, no problem. And they just have so many interesting details running throughout, but they're still kind of low key in this kind of dark black suede, and they're surprisingly extremely comfortable. The sole feels like a piece of wood, but I've never had any issues, you know, wearing these for hours and walking around. These are definitely a pair of shoes that I never plan on getting rid of. I've worn them a ton since I've owned them, and I plan on continuing to wear them a ton. And then just before I close the video, I wanted to share this random pickup that I got from the Long Beach flea market. This is like an old sterling silver. I don't really know exactly what it's for, but it's just so cool. It has like this eagle head, and then you can open the like carabiner like that with the mouth. I got this thinking that I could use it like on my keys as a keychain kind of thing, but it really doesn't work too well, and I get worried that it's gonna unclip while I'm wearing it and just like fall off. So if anyone knows what exactly this might be for or what this was used for, please let me know. I really love the look of it. It's just so unique, but I'd really like to put it to some use. But yeah, those are some of my recent pickups and some of my recent favorites over the last few weeks. Really stoked to be going to Portland again this weekend. I really love the Pacific Northwest. It's a nice kind of just change of scenery. I've lived in Los Angeles since I was born, so it's really nice to go somewhere with a lot of nature, a lot of trees, fresh air, and a place that's easy to get around without sitting in the car for like 2 hours. And again, I'm sorry it's been so long since I put out a video. I'm genuinely just so busy. It's hard for me to make time. But yeah, I hope to film while I'm in Portland this weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.